Hello students, I am your educator Tanvi and here I am discussing chapter 4 on animal kingdom. So all the animals are put under this kingdom and there are various further divisions known as phylum, and on what basis it is further classified into different phylums. These are arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom and patterns of digestive, circulatory and reproductive systems. Arrangement of cells means how the cells are present, means whether they are forming tissues, organs or organ systems. Body symmetry refers to regarding the body design, whether it is symmetrical or not, it can be divided into equal halves or not. Then nature of coelom. Coelom means the body cavity. So whether the body cavity is present or absent or false body cavity is present. Then there are different types of digestive and circulatory as well as reproductive systems. So how much complex it is or it is primitive form. So on this basis, the animal kingdom is classified into different phylums. Firstly, discussing the levels of organization or the arrangement of cells. If it is cellular level, means that cells are not combining to form tissue. It is only the cells which are present. It is in case of phylum Porifera. Next, tissue level, when the cells combine to form the tissues, the group of cells that is present in Coelenterata and Ctenophora. Coming to organ level, means the tissues combine to form organs. It is there in phylum Platyhelminthes and S. helminthes. Then organ system level of organization, where organ systems are formed. Whatever the leftover phylums are there, all fall under this category, organ system level of organization. Annelids belonging to phylum Annelida, arthropods belonging to phylum Arthropoda, mollusks belonging to the phylum Mollusca, echinoderms belonging to Echinodermata, and chordates belonging to the phylum Chordata. Next, coming to the type of digestive system, it can be complete or incomplete. Complete means that there are two openings present. One is the mouth and other is the anus, like it is there in humans. Means one opening is for the ingestion, another is for the egestion. In case of incomplete digestive system, only one opening is there through which both the processes of taking up of food, that is ingestion, and taking out, or you can say excreting out of the food, that is excretion, is taking place. Now coming to circulatory system, these can be of two types, open and closed. Open means that when the blood is pumped by the heart, it is directly flowing into the cells and tissues. But in closed, this blood is circulated through a series of blood vessels like arteries, veins and capillaries. So it is not directly opening. Okay, it is carried through these series of blood vessels. Next, symmetry. The body design can be asymmetrical, radial symmetry it can have, or it can be bilaterally symmetrical. Asymmetrical means that through any plane, if you just pass the axis, it cannot be divided into two equal halves. So there is no symmetry. Radial symmetry means that through any plane if you pass the axis, so through any side, the organism can be divided into two equal halves. In bilateral, there is only one plane through which you pass, or through the central axis you pass, and the body is divided into two equal halves. So suppose like this I am talking about. So if I divide through this one plane only, it can be divided into equal halves. Okay. Coming to diploblastic and triploblastic, it means that when the embryo is developing, it has certain layers of cells. Those are called as germ cells. So germ cell layers are there. It can be two. If these germ layers are two in number, it is diploblastic. So there are two layers, endoderm innermost, ectoderm outermost layer. And the cavity which is present is called as mesoglia. Next, triploblastic means there are three germ layers. And the three ones, the outermost ectoderm, middle mesoderm and the innermost endoderm. Now coming to coelom. Coelom, how you will define it? It is, I told you, the body cavity, the cavity in which the organs and organ systems are there. So the body cavity which is lined by mesodermal cells, this mesoderm. Okay, the cavity which is lined by mesodermal cells is considered to be a true body cavity, a true coelom. So on this basis, organisms can be divided into three: coelomates, pseudocoelomates and acoelomates. Coelomates means that they are having true body cavity like annelids, mollusks, arthropods and echinoderms. Pseudocoelomates means that they are having false body cavity. False body cavity means that cavity is present but it is not lined by mesoderm. It is in case of S. helminthes. Then acoelomate, A means absent. When the body cavity is absent, that is the case of Platyhelminthes. Next, coming to segmentation, that in some organisms, different segments, the body is divided into segmented regions, externally also, internally also. And these segments are known as metamers, and there is serial repetition of some of the organs. So the pattern of segment is called as metameric segmentation, and the process by which this segmentation occurs is called as metamerism. And this is frequently seen in earthworm. You might have seen it has a segmented body. Clearly you can see the segments. Then the presence of notochord. Notochord is again derived from the mesoderm. Okay, and it is a rod-like structure in which advanced organism we call it as spinal cord with a protective covering vertebral column. So that is the notochord. In primitive organisms it is called as notochord. Now whether it is present or not, on that basis you can divide the organisms into two groups. One is chordates, another is non-chordates. Chordates means they are having notochord and non-chordates means they do not have any notochord. Then how the kingdom Animalia can be divided into different groups, that is this. This is the flow chart that is showing you the different phylums. See, firstly the basis is level of organization. Cellular level, tissue or organ system level. Okay. So cellular level means that whether it is present, only cells are present and tissues are absent. So it is phylum Porifera. Then tissue, organ and organ system, there are two, radial and bilateral symmetry. So in radial there are two groups, Coelenterata and Ctenophora, and in bilateral further group is there, basis of that is the presence of cavity. So acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and coelomate. So acoelomate includes phylum Platyhelminthes, pseudocoelomate includes S. helminthes, and coelomates include the rest, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. So here you can clearly see that first is the level of organization. On this basis it is divided. Next is the symmetry, and next level of basis of classification which you can see over here is the presence or absence of body cavity.